samples in WAV formats, programmed by me to you. Spent about 6 months on this, so I hope you like it. It's got newly processed breaks and it's out now. Bonus Renoise instruments, a massive preset on there, a bit Amiga samples, mad dubbing, experimental sounds, atmospheres, processed bass sounds, and more. This will work on all music production software as it's in WAV format, and it works on Mac or PC. Available now from www.sampleoids.co.uk. Perfect for the production of drum and bass and jungle. All of the sounds that you can hear now are from the pack, 100%. Beats, the bass, everything you hear is from the pack. Well, what are you waiting for? Show some love. Buy it now. Yes, yes, Pete. Yes, yes, Massive and crew. How we sounding out there, people? We sounding good? Check 1, check 2. Chat box Massive. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear the audio? Bigging up everyone inside. Just waiting for a little go ahead in the chat box just to let me know if you guys can hear everything sweet as a nut. Shout to Roughneck Renegade. Can you hear me, mate? Are we coming true? Bigging up all the Massive in the chat box. Yes, people. Lovely jubbly. Shout to Old School D&B Soldier. Shout to Roughneck Renegade. Shout to Richard T. Shout to Blurry. Bigging up the Dreadlock Homes. So, guys, I decided to do a quick little webinar. I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow for sure, but I thought I'll do a little webinar in response to a little video that I just uploaded today. Now, at the moment in the background, you can see I've got Bad Man Remix on the Amiga playing. Little loop on there. It's only one channel at the moment that's playing, people, because I bought a Mix 8, a Mackie Mix 8, so I can pan center. So now you can see I've got sort of control over left and right. But you can't actually hear the right because I'm missing one adapter. One little adapter stopping me from using it. But it's okay. It's a great little mixer so far. Anyone heard of the little Mackie 8 mixer? It's all right. The only flaw with it that I found is that it doesn't have a power button. I mean, who would make a mixer without a power button? Is that nuts or what, people, man? That's kind of like crazy. It's really good, man. Good piece of tech. It's got lots of like really cool buttons and all that. It feels like good quality, but just no power button. What a nightmare. Yeah, guys. So shout out to everyone in the chat box. So back to what I was saying. Let me get back on the right screen here, folks. Yes. So the plan is to be able to convert mod files from the Amiga. Hey, shout out to Ali Alex, man. Just see you popped in the chat box. And yeah, Richard T, big up Blurry. Probably said that already. Shout out to Stefan. Everyone inside the ride, man. Big up, mate. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm there trying to convert these sounds. So I'll upload this video. And this video is in relation to converting stuff to Renoise. Because some people said that you can take an Amiga file and you can change the extension to mod and load it into Renoise. Now, I tried that with this video and that didn't work. So, yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare for me. So the next thing that I decided to do was try and figure out a way to do it. And next thing, I've started reading the comments and that, and I saw a comment by Viva La Luna. Big up, mate. I just saw your name in the chat box there. You gave me a good little heads up. It said, I'm guessing that you need to convert the mod files to XM Fast Tracker module in order to load them on Renoise. I've used OpenMPT to convert mod files recently, but it's only on Windows, and as a result may not always be flawless. Better try your chance. So yeah, so I did actually do that, right? So I got onto here and I managed to get Open Music Tracker. Anyone heard of Open Music Tracker? It's like a tracker program, I guess. It's kind of like Renoise, but I think it's a more simpler version because it looks quite simple. It doesn't look as graphical as Renoise, whereas Renoise is quite fat, you know. So anyway, folks, I have actually got, let's see if I got the old camera working. This here that you can see here, where am I looking at here now? Hold on. I can't even see which camera it is. Hold on. Is it that one? Is it that one? Okay, look, there you go. Look up the top there. You can see I've got this compact flash, and this compact flash card has come out of my Amiga. Now, to get my Amiga hard drive stuff onto this compact flash drive, I have got this converter and I've put it into my PCMIA slot on my Amiga and saved all of my archives so far. Now, I will show you that now. Hold on. You have to excuse me, folks. It's been a long day at work today. Yeah, so let me get the Amiga up real quick, and I'm just going to quickly show you all the songs from the hard drive real quick. So there you have it. All the songs are on the hard drive, as well as sound files, etc., etc. So the next thing was, I've been told that this Open Music Tracker program, or Open MPT, is only compatible with Windows. So if you got a Mac, no chance. But the good thing is, there's good news for Mac users. You're able to run Windows 10 on a Mac, and that's using Parallel Desktop. Now, Parallels Desktop is a pretty cool bit of kit because it just allows you to install any version of any operating system, Windows, Linux, whatever you want. And you can run that Windows program side by side on your Apple Macintosh. But the only problem is with it is that you have to have quite a bit of processing power and obviously quite a bit of memory, as you can imagine, because it's the equivalent of now running two computers, but this Windows PC is running inside your Apple Mac. So it's taking resources like a parasite, if you like, if you want to put it in a kind of a simple way, a parasite, and it literally just runs this simulated version of Windows, which pretty much runs almost anything, which is really, really cool, peeps. So that's the plan with that. And I then did what my brethren there just said, and I went onto my hard drive because it was able to recognize all my hard drives and stuff, which I'm really crap with Windows 10, guys. You've got to excuse me here now. I'm probably better off just closing this down and going onto the desktop. So let me just minimize that. There you go. Excuse my desktop, mate. Excuse my mess on the desktop. I've cleaned up as much as I could for you guys. I know you were coming around, you know. Sorry about that, peeps. It's just stuff everywhere as usual, just like the studio. It's all good in the hood. I will get round to a bit of management, guys. But yeah, Open Mod Tracker, Blurry. Yep, that's the one. So anyway, here it is. And if you look on the desktop, somewhere amongst this mess, you should be able to see my hard drive. So cut a long story short, without trying to find the hard drive on it, it is actually plugged in. Now, the thing is with this Parallels Desktop, it sees all your hardware, all your sound cards, everything works well with this sort of thing, right? So it will see everything that you've got plugged into your computer, all your USB devices, blah, blah, blah. So it's like a copy of your computer, right? But in Windows running on the Mac, right? So we've got that out of the way. So now I'm going to go back to Open Mod Tracker, and it should see the compact flash drive. Now, this is where the breakthrough comes in, guys, because you see, when we work together, you guys just like, you know, give me ideas and inspiration, and that's how we get stuff achieved. So I've gone onto here, I've opened up, and I set this to mod files, I believe, so I could just see mod files. And you don't even need to change the extension. It sees the Amiga files straight off the bat. So if I go Badman Remix here and I load that, click open, it goes on a little mission. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear this because I'm not sure how the audio routing will actually work here. So you guys might have to help me out on that. Press play and voila. it plays. But I believe there is a snag, and we'll get to that in a bit. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. So, guys, catching up on the comments so far while that plays. Can you guys actually hear it, though? That's the thing. Shout out to Agents of Rush. Tracker Humanoid. Bling Laden says, mod plug tracker. My mates who used to use Fast Tracker 2 put me onto it in 1998 times. Big up Bling Laden.
You're going like you're a bad man.
So you guys can hear it, yeah? Just confirm. Sound, yes, good, lovely. Shout out to John Tetley, big up, mate. And as you can see, this is now playing on Open Mod Tracker. Now, what I want to do from here is get this to work on Renoise. This is where we're at now. Shout out to Julie P. Everyone's getting clear sound. That's good. Right, so as you can see, it's working, yeah? Right, so now the only thing is that I can see here, guys, is that there's no MIDI tracks playing. Let me just not stop the music. Keep the music grooving in the background. There's no MIDI tracks playing. So what do we do to get MIDI tracks, folks? Does anybody out there who uses this software knows? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does anybody know if there's any more than 4 tracks? Because then what happens to the rest of the tracks? Big up Dreadlock Holmes. Missed your call, mate. Sorry, dude. I'll shout you after the session. Yeah, so what do we do from here? Do we save it? I believe I actually did read something else on that video. Let's call it up here. Read some of that comments on there.
You're going like you're a bad man.
I believe someone has commented again. Let me just refresh that. Pause it. Oops, sorry guys. That is a loud bang on the video there, isn't it? Okay, so Blurry, big up Blurry as usual. Blurry says those files you tried probably aren't the mod format and must be older med format. Mod plug tracker will will load them without a doubt. Then choose to export to .xmn. .xm. Now you will be able to load in Renoise. The question is, will they load the MIDI tracks? Yeah. Okay, Drift BP says, I think Octamed file format is a little different to mod. This may be why you won't be able to read them. Perhaps try something in Pro Tracker. Pro Tracker, or load to another PC tracker and export to different like XM. Right, let's try this XM export, guys. Is there any other trackers out there that can recognize mod? Because I'm sure there is a bass line going on here somewhere on one of these tracks, right? It's quite a cool program. This tracker's all over the place, isn't there? So I'm going to literally get this now, and I am going to save as, and I'm going to save it as an XM. Badman Remix. Hello. Just so I know it's different from the other, yeah? So where are we putting this now? We're putting this under songs. I don't know. Where am I going to put this? Documents. Let's see what we've got. Here we go. Documents. Right, I'll stick this in under documents. I'll try and be tidy with this, and I'm going to call it Renoise Songs. Actually, I should just put it on my sound library. What's the matter with me? Hold on. It's not here. Okay, cool. Never mind. Let's put it in documents, Renoise Songs. Remember that, yeah, just in case I forget. Right, so I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to quit this software. Exit. Then I'm going to go back over to my Mac. And then I am going to go to Renoise. Open Renoise. Now I've got to try and get Renoise on this screen now so you guys can see it. Right, hang on. Did that come up there? Hold on. Open Renoise. Right, here we go. Options, desktop display 2. Come on, it's got to work. Give it to me, mate. All right, options, desktop display. Oh, hang on, what's this? Something happened over there. It paused. display 1. Okay, that's another thing we need to put in the old switch up. How's the stream, people? Is everyone getting smooth streaming? 1 minute. Renoise. Come on, Renoise. All right, so how can I get this so that it goes into another? Hold on. It's not as easy to move windows around on Renoise. That's got to be a little, you know, forthcoming feature. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Here we go. Silly sod. I had it on full screen. It's my fault. Shouldn't have slagged it down. Bad man. Right, so there we go. So we're going to load up Renoise, and then we're going to open. Where did we save it, folks? Let me just have a look. I'll try and remember. Oh, here it is. Look. Oh, it's actually, what am I doing? It's actually accessing this thing here. All right, it's accessing the compact flash drive. Right, let's go to documents again. Renoise songs. Are they there? Is it there? Let's have a look. Yep, Renoise songs. There we go. Right, there we go. So it sees that straight off the bat. Let's open it up. And it's loaded. Bow. There we have it, peeps. It's in Renoise. But there's only 4 tracks. That's pretty dope. And another thing, look up here, all the sample names have gone, but you can see the waves, I guess. Let me see. Yes. Wow, 16-bit. Is it? Can you hear it, guys? Check, check, check.
You're going like you're a bad man.
Hey guys, are we back? 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 Yes, I think we're good. I think we're good. Good. Right, so guys, yeah, so on the actual Amiga, look, I'm actually on the Amiga. I think it's Amiga now. Look, I've got access to the samples. And look, they're all kind of like off DC offset or whatever it is. Just like all the Amiga. So, okay, so I was able to load the tracks in, but there's still no MIDI, folks. Great for sort of touching up old projects. So where do we go from here? What do we... Oh, no, is the stream still... Are we working or what? Are we live, people? Can you guys see? Let me just refresh this screen. Hold on. Because according to my system here, it's a green light, but an error occurred. Wow, what is going on? Guys, just testing. Yes. Okay, we're back. Yes, lovely. Yeah, so guys, yeah, we're having a bit of a buggy session here. I'm going to reset that router for tomorrow night because I definitely want to make sure that we have a good live stream. Possibly tomorrow and Saturday. I can see maybe some internet connection. Perhaps everyone's watching Netflix in the house or something. But the upload should be going okay. So far, we can convert from Renoise from Amiga to Renoise, which is pretty cool, but we've lost the tracks. So does anybody know another way that we can do it and keep the MIDI? So far we can do it without the MIDI, but I just wanted to just kind of do a webinar about this because, you know, I did upload that video, got a bit of a response, and anybody out there that's trying to convert their stuff from A to B, you know, it would be a cool way to do. So far we're all hearing, yeah, we're moving forward, and I can load up stuff for remix sort of straight away, which is pretty cool. All it is it's lost the name on the samples. You know, Renoise developers, if you're watching this, you know, hopefully you can figure out something where all the samples don't actually lose their names. But as you can see, all of the WAVs are here from the song. It's all literally there. And they sound quite chunky. It'd be interesting to have a little mix of this because now I can put VST plugins on it and stuff, and maybe even just, you know, do a little VIP mix or whatever the case may be. So, folks, let me have a look at the comments because I've been focusing on what I'm trying to say here for quite a while. I just need to see what you guys are saying so far about this. I hope I'm not boring you to death with this technical flim flam. But you know, I am under the impression that everybody is banging to this music tech stuff side of things and beats and bass, etc. Yeah, so Bin Laden says Renoise takes XM. I think this is gonna work, which he was right. So Sharp says I have a folder called Subdesk with all my stuff in. Cool. Blurry says it's playing. Yep. Hold tight, busy. John Tetley, wicked. I don't think it will keep all the finer details. It may not, but so far, let's have a little playthrough and see what it's saying. Okay, that is loud. I don't know about you guys, but that is loud. Hold on. Let me just get this. Turn down the master a bit while we do this, and I'm going to give it a little playthrough. Put it on in the background while I have a little read, give you guys a bit of music. So John Tetley says sounds clear, feels so nice. Right, okay, I'm way back, you know, on the comments. Agents of Rush says return of the Mac. Cool, man. And the samples, I'm not being funny, but they have a little bit of a warmth to them. I don't know if it's kind of, there's a slight extra processing going on because we're no longer 8-bit. I don't know. But that being said, we're going to try that new Akai plugin next because I said that I would review that for those guys and we check it out and see what's going on. Probably not the most perfect scenario for that because obviously we're taking an 8-bit sample and then trying to take it up to 12-bit, which makes no sense really. But we'll try it out anyway, see what it does. Blurry says Milky Tracker has a cool Amiga sound emulator. Ah, cool. I keep hearing about this Milky Tracker. Is it any good? Let me just get a copy. Let me get a little search of that. Milky Tracker. Is this it? Looks like it. GitHub downloads. Return of the Trackers, mate. Oh, wait a minute. You can get it on Mac. Cheeky. I guess this one, I guess. Right, where's the old download? Build date, blah, blah, blah. Architecture. How do you download this thing? What the hell? This is mad. You need a degree to download something, man. Old binaries. I think it's me, bruv. Mac Universal. No, these are all old. Alright, let's go for Mac Universal. Sod it. There you go. What the hell is this? Okay. Let's try that again. I might be loading too much. Okay, I've got sound error. Sound driver initialize failed. Try different settings. Oh, it's a nice little tracker, isn't it, this Milky? It's a little glass of milk. For real. So far, everything is playing quite well, people. So Bling Laden says, at least you're able to get all your samples and basic arrangements into Renoise. That's true, man. Because, I mean, this song is pretty much all done on the Amiga anyway. It's just the bass lines. Some of them, anyway. Shout to Sandra, all says, good evening, all. Shout to Stefan, says, it is loud, isn't it? But how are we sounding now? I think the level should be good now, right? Shout to Dronsky, says, easy busy. Big up, mate. Right, so let's try the same thing now on Milky Tracker. so far so good. So we was able to convert from Amiga to Milky Tracker. Milky Tracker. To Renoise, mate. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, people. It's been mad, man. Been mad. Right, so I'm going to have an early night tonight, I think, and then get myself in gear for tomorrow's live stream. Let's have, and work, crap. Milky Tracker, right. How do you use this thing? It's quite small, isn't it? Is there a way to get a bigger screen on it or what? Or is that as big as it gets? Do you Milky Tracker users use this little screen? Or do I have to, hang on, what's this? No, it won't go any bigger than that. It might be a Mac thing or a simulator thing, emulator thing or whatever. I can't even see it. I need a magnifying glass on the screen. Samples load. Okay, look, song. All right, let's go to load. Let's go back now. I'm just looking at it because this screen's at an angle. Okay, so here we go. Renoise songs. Let's load that in there. Oh, look, it loaded. Right, so how do you play now? Play song. Okay, it's not moving. Actually, it did say something about the sound device. I think that's something to do with Thingy Bob Tracker that's taking that over. Hold on, let's go back here. Let's see what I've got here. Back here, people. Hold on. Leo Prince says, gone from Octamed into Renoise. Big news. Well, it's a good flavour. I mean, not gone, but like, do you know what I mean? Let's face it, Renoise is an up-to-date piece of kit, and it's kind of like there's no learning curve. Man, like Extra Spice Mikey, I can see he just uses that to the core, so he's in practice. For me, a bit rusty on the old Amiga, but sometimes you just want to just do what you want to do without the restrictions of trying to get your head around it, if that makes any sense. But then sometimes I do like a dabble on the Amiga because I've got my Amiga here. It's classic, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put the Amiga down in any way, shape or form, because sometimes that retro flavour is what you need to get started with. Right, I'm struggling with this, people, and it's still only got 4 tracks anyway. So what's the point? Oh, wait a minute. No. Was that the converted version? No, that was a converted version. Let's go back to the card and try and load it from there. Hold on and see if we get MIDI on that. So let's go back to here. Songs we want. And I believe, no, we don't want that. We want, hold on, people. Bad man. Where is it? Is it me? Oh, let's load something else. Got it. Error while loading. Unknown format. So it didn't like that from the get-go. It spat that one out, people. Let's go back to here. Let's see what we got. Any others? Bad man. Let's try this one. There you go. No, so Milky doesn't like it. It doesn't work, Milky. Milky's out of the question. Milky's milking it, bruv. Let's get rid of that. Am I doing anything wrong, people? Have I missed anything? Give me a shout in the chat box. Let me know if I've missed anything on there. Okay, so let's go back into Renoise now. Let's have a little mess about with that, what do you call it? The whatever it is. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. It's called, I've made my notes here. I've got my cheeky notes here. So these are the bits and pieces I want to get through tonight in tonight's live stream webinar. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Ackizer and also the RX950 plugin. The Ackizer is, for those of you who don't know, and I bet you'll probably know what it is anyway, but the Ackizer is a nice, for those of you who don't know, it's a nice piece of kit that allows you to create Akai style time stretches. And it sounds just like the 950. It sounds just like the S3000's time stretch if you're trying to get that Akai kind of feel. So we're going to talk a bit about that. We're going to check it out, have a little mess about on that. Then we're going to have a little talk about the RX950, and then just in case anybody wants to know, we'll talk a little bit about connecting up your S3000 via SCSI so you guys can use Renoise. Right, so now back to the chat box again, and let's see what's popping here, guys. Let's see, we got Leo Price says, wow, joined late. Yep. Oh, no, actually, we haven't started that long. Richard T says, yeah, you can export from Octamed and export MIDI and MIDI files. You can do, Rich, but that's a lot of work, isn't it? I mean, as if haven't got enough on my plate with these archives, trying to get all these discs and then have to do that MIDI. It would be nice if I could get that on autopilot. But if not, if that's what I've got to do, then that's what I've got to do. Maybe song by song. Let's see what we got. Shout to So Sharp, big up, mate. What else we got? Demo let you save. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, demo lets you save. What, on Milky? Let's see. Jonesky says, gonna check that out. Thanks, guys. I'm just kind of lost. Maybe I'm kind of reading into a conversation that I'm not involved in. Dakota Drawty, big up, mate. It says you can add channels in Milky Tracker. It adds the two channels at a time, so the least you can have is 2. Okay. Renoise is €68. Who's purchased Renoise? I've had Renoise from day dot. They're not done an update for quite a while, which is a bit of a poozy, isn't it? John Tetley says yes, Akai for the Windows. You can get Akaiser for the Mac as well, but some people have been talking about sort of compatibility issues with their Mac. I'll show you. Look, this is actually running on my Mac. This is Akaiser 2.2.1, and it works a treat. So let's get into a bit of Akaiser, peeps, and let's see what's popping. So here's a little thing that I already had in the background, because I was working on a track last night in Renoise, and I was able to have this in the background just to add a few little bits and pieces to it. So I'll press the preview button. And you can hear it's got that proper Akai kind of flavour. So I'm going to open up a beat from here somewhere and see what I can find. So let's just jump into that real quick. Shout out to everyone out there who's on the old Facebook Live. Trying to get my head around that. You guys really got to excuse me. I'm terrible with the Facebook Live side. But yeah, anyone locked in on Twitch, Facebook, shout to you. We're over on YouTube. I'm reading the comments real quick over that side. So if you need to get in a chat box, just jump in on the YouTube one, and we'll be able to read out your comments real quick. Yeah, so back to this now. So we were going to load a beat. So I'm going to go into here, and I am going to load find a little amen or something to just load in, typical me, amen. The beat that I love to load. So we're going to go into the, let's see, 50 hardcore breaks. That will do me. Right, what have we got here? Okay, we need an amen. Busy can't find an amen. There we go, full amen. Right, there we go. So, original. Nice and fat, yeah. Love the sound of that, yeah. Sounded good. Is Akai 64-bit? Richard T says. Well, my computer is, I guess it's 64-bit, and this version of Mac OS X is 64-bit as well. So I should imagine so. I don't know what we can pull from here, but yeah, I believe it is 64-bit. I've got the old Mac Pro 5.1, which is the Retro Tower. 6-core Intel Xeon, 3.6 gigahertz, and 16 gig of RAM. I had 32 in there, but I swapped the memory around, and I'm scared to put the memory back in, because the last time I tried that, I nearly bricked my computer, so I need to do a backup before I do that. Yeah, so back to this. We put the amen in there, and we... Oh, by the way, Richard T, this is not a plug-in, by the way. This is a standalone bit of software. So it works outside of your computer software, yeah? This is standalone. So I'll get that, and then what I do from here is I'll grab the old time factor. The time factor will adjust the sort of frequency, and you can do cycle length. And literally, if I put it to 200, it will go 2 times faster. I can preview it. And you can do things like turn the pitch up. You can put it up to by an octave or whatever. Let's see what that sounds like. It's all purely experimental. And it goes on a little... That's spot on. And it's got quite a bit of bottom end on it, peeps. So this is a nice piece of kit to use if you want to create that kind of retro time stretch feel, and you don't have an Akai, or you're feeling a little bit lazy because you're digital and you don't want to stretch your hand all the way over to the Akai and have a twiddle. So it's a good little thing. But Old School D&B Soldier says sounds exactly as in a 950. It does. It sounds pretty realistic to me. I'd be tough to tell the difference. Let's take it up 2 octaves and then do it to like 400%. Let's Let's do something crazy. I remember TDK used to mess about with this. He used to go into, not the Ackizer, but on the Ackizer and just find little new frequencies to mess about with. Wicked, man. Absolute don. Listen. So before, after. So hit that button, wait for it to process. You see, it's a lot more stretching going on now. So it's taking its time. And we're about to hit that. Bosh. That sort of thing would probably work better on a vocal, doing it to that sort of extreme. Let's see what we can find, man. Hold on, get my sound library. What time is it there, folks? All you guys locked in, where are you? And tell me what time is it there now? Because it's like 8:46 here in the UK. And yeah, I've been up since 6 this morning, so I'm a little bit mishmash, people. All right, so let's find a quick little vocal from. Yeah, look, I just saw something we could use. Let's see. Yeah, let's try that. What's this?
I know. How we control it?
All right, so we get something like that. We preview, and let's see what that sounds like with that extreme effect on it. Okay, I think I've gone too harsh with that, to be fair. Let's get this. It's probably the cycle length might need to come up. Let's try again. And plus we've taken it up 2 octaves, so that's probably not helping either. Right. Okay, we've overdone it there now. Let me take it down. I'll take it up 12, and it's kind of weird. I've overdone it on the stretch, I think. All right, so I'm going to go 200 and take this down a bit. You got to just experiment with these guys and see what you get. Ackizer, yeah. All right, I'm going to take the pitch down. That's nuts. Again, Ackizer is free, guys. You can go and download it. That's a good one. That's a good one. Pretty harsh, but, you know, tweaking around with it, you'll get some really cool stuff. So, guys, you know, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Ackizer. It's a pretty cool piece of kit. Now, I've got another 10 minutes to go on this webinar, guys. And if you guys have any questions so far, please feel free to smash them in the chat box. Keep me yapping. Give me something to talk about. And yeah, so the next piece of kit that we're going to go on to is the RX950. Now, this is a new plugin that I believe has just come out on the market. Someone sent me a link to this on the YouTube channel. And I thought, oh, this looks cool. So I immediately reached out to them and said, yo, what you saying? Send me one. And they agreed. So this is the plugin here. We did feature this on another stream. This is the RX950 Classic ADDA converter. Now it's 12. It gives you the 12-bit sound. It's made to simulate the Akai S950 sound. So the idea is, as far as I get it, and I haven't done a lot of reading, so excuse me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Oh, so sharp. Big up, mate. He says, nice one. Busy. Brian Johnson always gets great tips and hints, etc. Thank you very much. Well, the idea is for you guys to, you know, try and contribute so you guys can be inspired to go and do some writing and have a little twiddle with your tech. And, you know, that's it. And obviously meet like-minded people out there who are into the same kind of, you know, music production, and just a place to vent and to let it all out and, you know, let some of the madness out to people who understand. And that's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about. So thank you, you know. So, yeah, RX950, back to that. Dead simple controls, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff there to read. You guys can read it in your own time, or you can just, another cool little trick that I usually do. I like to listen more than read, and I know it sounds silly, but I would just get the old speech and just start speaking, and I'll just sit back and listen to it. It reads a bit weird, but it does a trick. Anyway, that's that out of the way. Now, next phase. Let's get the old Renoise up because we're running out of time. And here we have Renoise. And let's just first of all put that RX950, because I've actually installed it already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this and put it on the main output somewhere. Get me a mixer up. 3. No. Boy, it is definitely late. From the time you see I can't find a mixer, you know. Okay, this is trying to load something. I don't know what. Oh, it's just suddenly started trying to load Contact, which is a bit weird. What is it doing? Look at this. It's loading something else. Okay, strange. All right, so, yeah, here we go. Mixer's here. Duh. Right, so now I'm going to go to here and I'm going to type RX950. Okay, so the RX950 is here and it's made by Matthew Damage. Big up, mate. All right, so we click on that. Load it in. There we go. It's there. Load up the plugin. Oh, it's coming out on the other screen. Let's bring that over to you guys. And press play. Okay, so you can hear the audio bandwidth is something that you use to obviously create the sample frequency so that you can have it kind of high quality or lo-fi. You've got your output level here and obviously your input gain, which will probably give it a little bit of crunch, bit of saturation. And I guess this is the filter, which would probably give you the same filters in the Akai. Now, has it made a difference? Let's have a look. Whoa. Don't know what that was. So let's bypass it and see what we got. So without. But bearing in mind, that's jumped the levels up. So because I've cranked the input. It's all about what sound it creates rather than how much level it brings in.
Shut him up if I thump you down.
It does make a difference.
You're going like you're a bad man.
So I'm going to turn it off. I can see the levels here jumping though. It goes up a little bit. I've still got to turn it down a bit. Okay, so I think because these samples are actually 8-bit in the first place, it's probably not a good idea to put this on top of that, yeah? Oh, who's this? Oh, just a random call. No, that's we're closed. We're closed for today. So yeah, so that, I mean, people. So I would recommend getting a 16-bit sample and then doing this with it to see what the difference is, because that's my curiosity right now. So what I'm going to do, let me just go to the bottom here, and I am going to do a plus there, grab an instrument, couple of Amens. Looking for something nice. I'm going to use something, yeah, let's use that one. Okay, so it's a nice little Amen there. Let's just get that. Fling it on. Let's put this down the end there. Work on a little empty track. Right, there we go. So let's loop that over. And I'm just going to get this loop in. I just want to see what happens here now. If not, I'm going to load up a track. Let's grab this, pop it in there. Let's just do a quick shortcut to syncing it. So 64. Okay, that's too much. 32, 64, 24. It's one of those days, folks. Change the tempo. Let's go 170. Must be 180. There you go. Okay, so we got this now. 180, quick little loop. Okay, so we got that on there now. It's probably loud, folks. Now let's put this on there. Okay. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but I believe this bandwidth is like what bit you want it at. Oh, that says 19, though. That says 19 kilohertz. Okay, guys, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat box. So, Bin Laden says, if you could add it to SoundForge too, that would be good. I guess you can add it to SoundForge. Let me just go back to that. That sounds good. Should work. Yeah. I mean, I believe it can because it's a VST plugin, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, if you're referring to Acquizer, then no, I don't think you can add that to SoundForge. But you can just sit there having an export session. Blurry says there's no classic breaks demo with that RX950. No, but I mean, we're doing one now, right? I guess. What do you reckon? There's no classic breaks demo. And then So Sharp says, have you been in an accident? BS lol. Huh? What does that mean? Who's BS? What? Richard T says, plus you get a filter section anyway, and it's always good to have extra filters knocking about. So guys, comment in the chat box. Let me know what you think. Have you got any questions that you want me to answer before we roll out on this webinar? Because that practically brings us almost to the end of this tonight's session. Give me a quick thumbs up in the chat box if you have any questions that you want me to answer, peeps. Yeah. Oh, So Sharp says phone call from earlier. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah. So let me know, peeps. Is there any questions? Hope you enjoyed the webinar so far. What do you think of it? Does it sound better? Let's do a little sort of before and after real quick and just see what we get. You can also make your mix mono on here as well. I guess that's good for putting, you could probably even try putting a mono plugin on an Amen as well, or on a break or whatever. Good to use for a little EQ. I think this plugin just gives stuff a little bit of an edge. I mean, for the price, it's not like gonna make it totally amazing, but it gives you a bit of an effects, man. Stefan says more Renoise webinar, please. Yes, well, we can do that too, people. At the moment now, we've come to the top of the old webinar, so I will schedule a Renoise webinar as well. Hey, shout out to Mr. Anchovy Bass. Says, damn, just tuned in busy. What's the RX950 verdict? It's a tough one. I would say this is a good bit of kit. I mean, it gives your plugin a bit of edge. Got a bit of saturation to it. Not sure if I've used it the way it was intended to be. Actually, while I'm here, I can try something. I'll give you a bit more variation here. Right, so let's grab this. I'm going to go into my little folder here now. me try something real quick. Hold on. I've got some phrase beats here. Flip through some of these here. Get some of my breaks, because I've got some breaks that I've literally cut up and put in time. There you go. So let's run through some beats now and see what we got. Let's check out the before and after flavour. It definitely gives it like flavour. Can you automate it? I wonder. Definitely a good filter. So on the next webinar, guys, I'm going to show you guys how I created a whole arsenal full of breaks that are already in time, ready to go in Renoise. How about that? Okay, he's just done something stupid. There you go, and that one goes. And I've done it again. There you go. Right. Sorry about that. Let's have a look. So we can automate this, I believe. Look at that. Audio bandwidth. Okay, we got something going on here. Let's see. Definitely a good filter, peeps. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely found some use here, peeps. Let's make a real steep one, look. What do you reckon, peeps? Right, so we're going to flick through that break session now again. Look, you got kind of like, you know what, I like this plugin, it's alright. I ain't going to lie. And we go again, next one. Filters rolling on this. Okay, that's it's not in time, that one. Nice. Copy that over a bit. I'll do a bit more with it. Random. Purely experimenting. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing here, but it's giving it flavour. Yeah, peeps. Alright, next instrument, real quick to roll this one out. Yeah. Definitely do some damage with this, man. Stefan says that's the best sounding 950 filter yet. I agree. It's worth it. Come on. Yes, guys, I'm rocking the new Everyday Junglist hat tonight. What do you reckon? 3D embroidered. Let's change up that filter a bit more. Time to plug in the old bass chair. Boom. Let's do this. Definitely a good filter. Definitely. Come on. I just do there? I just recorded a bass on a breaks track. Right, let me just quickly get rid of that. I just want to get a little vibe going, man. And then I'm gonna flick through some more breaks. Right, I'm gonna get my R bass out now. Actually, let's put this on the bass and see what it does. Come on. Let me see if this is going to give me anything on the bass. Hold on. All right, so hold on. I've got to do this. I've got to get into there. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's get that up there. Okay, so. Set that on the bass. Does it do much on the bass? Let's see. Mono, of course, for bass. It's definitely this. Okay, not very exciting on the bass, but still, let's flick through some breaks. Let's hear this thing in action again. All right, so blum, blum, blum. Here we go. Here we go. Right, back on again. All right, the bass is a bit scatty, but don't worry, it's there. So we need to turn on the. Come on, B. What have you done? Am I soloing? What am I doing? I've lost myself now. He's turned the track off, hasn't he? Oh, here you go. Duh. Okay, back to the breaks now. Mike Tristan says, now drop an amen on top of 2 break business. Alright, let's go 2 break business. Come on. Okay, 2 break business, yeah, Mike Tristan. Just for you guys, yeah? Alright, let's go. So grab that there. We should build a tune together. What's happening? Get in there, do a live session, building a tune on a live session. Can you imagine building a tune on a live session? So many opinions, it would probably never get nowhere. What do you reckon? Okay, so we get another breakout now. Same again. Fling that on. This is my little breaks pack, all timed up, Renoise style. Going to do another webinar, show you how to get this done. It is really, really handy so that you just fling down breaks real quick, man. Real quick. Workflow to a T. Right, let's grab that there. So I'm just going to change this to instrument number 15 now. There is a quicker way to do this, but I'm just going to do it like this for now because it's only a few loops there. It's not going to be the end of the world. All right, so let's see what we got. No automation on this one. It's going to be just running as is under the filter plate. Wildness. Heavyweight. Okay, that one didn't. That one's out of time. Lovely. Rolling some beats, man. Okay, so Stefan says, where can you get that plug in? Let me give the guys a little shout. There you go. It's on. Go to, hold on. What is this? RX950 plugin. Classic Deco. Propeller heads. Really? You get in a propeller head shop? Well, it's in a propeller head shop, people. It's in the propeller head shop. But if you just Google RX950E, they must have been doing this as a VST and... Could Renoise take VST now? Not Renoise, Reason. Can that take VST now? I don't even know. RX950. It comes out under... What's the guy's name? Hang on, let me just get it. I'll get you the guy's name. But anyway, you can buy it from there. You can buy it from Propeller Heads. Is it VST? Let's have a look. Is that what it says here? I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Product website. There you go. Yes, that's the one. So you guys have got to go to matthewdamage.com, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to put that link in the description. You know, we wrote non-biased reviews. If I don't find it useful, I'm not going to mention it. But I always wanted to do this because you guys sent me a sort of a free license. And, you know, I just wanted to just definitely review it and find some use for it. He was really, really interested to find out what we would do with it. And this is what we're doing with it right now. It's becoming a little cheeky little filter that you can use. You know, camel fat's gone. You can still use it 32-bit mode in Renoise, but this is a nice little piece of tool. So, guys, I've given you guys a little run through. We've picked up the pace. We've had a little mess about. Going to read through comments, and then I'm out of here, people. Let's see. Stefan says, makes me 18 again in my shed studio, boxed out, you're nuts, and making beats on my 950. Auto Machine says, that's very close to that 950 filter. Can you put a lo-fi on it like the 950? Well, you can actually just turn this bandwidth down, and it will bring you to sort of a lo-fi sort of edge. Let's just quickly demonstrate that real quick. Okay, that one's filtering out. I don't want to use this. That one's a bass. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy it, paste it on there. There's your lo-fi, bruv. So you can get a lo-fi. If you just take one of the frequencies down on it, you can. I'm sure you can tweak around with it and get what you want. Just posted the plugin up there for you guys. A little lo-fi on it would be ace. So there you go, people. I hope you found this useful. Just want to say respect to everybody. How comes I'm not looking in the camera tonight? Where is the camera? Hang on, what camera have I got yet? I don't even know. That's why. I'm lost, man. Don't even know what camera it is. It's not that one. It's not that one. Ah, that one's up there. Where's this camera? Oh, it's up there. There you go. All right, peeps, that's it. So I'm out of here for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow, if all goes well, I will put up like an hour and a half warning for live stream. We'll do a little live stream session tomorrow. How does that sound? Nice one, people. Wait, the link didn't work. Hold on. What's going on? Oh, hang on. I've done something wrong, haven't I? Right, bear with me, people. Bear with me.